I'm a mother, entrepreneur, influencer, personality, and more. I have a passion and charge on my life to provide entrepreneurs with the motivation to be their own boss. I'm Nara Winay, and I'm a dope resource. It's time for season 3 of Chit Chat with Nara. What is up, y'all? It is my favorite day of the week, okay? It's Chit Chat with Nara Day. Y'all, I don't know which platform you are listening to Chit Chat with Nara from, but you already know that all you have to do is say, I think I want to listen to it here today, or maybe I'm going to listen to it over there today. No matter where you're at, you're going to hear Chit Chat with Nara on all your major podcast platforms, okay? Y'all, I'm having a good day. I went to Starbucks this morning. So, of course, that was amazing. Something I hadn't did in a while. I even got the puppy a pup cup, okay? So, I am charged, excited, and ready to jump right into this episode with you all, okay? So, I need to ask you all a question. Now, you don't have to tell me your answer, but if you want to, feel free to go ahead and head over to the Chit Chat with Nara Facebook page and you can drop your answer there for us, okay? So, I know y'all like Nara. Oh, Lord, what you about to ask us? So, here's the question, all right? How many social media groups are you in related to business, okay? I'm talking Facebook, Discord, Telegram. What is it? We got GroupMe out there. We got Clubhouse. We got so many different ways to connect on social media and be a part of a group. And it's a whole list of other platforms out there. Okay, you all, but I just wanted to drop a couple of them out there. Now, I know for sure that I am in a lot of social media groups when it comes to business. Okay, honestly, too many to really manage at this point. Because not only am I in groups that are specific for business, I'm also in groups that cater to different niche because I never know where I might find an opportunity at in those. Okay, you all? And it's a lot to manage. A whole lot to manage. I'm going to say that again. It is a lot of groups to manage that over the years of being in business, I've joined these groups. Okay. And it had me thinking, are we really using them effectively? And how can we make sure that they are truly beneficial to us? It's one thing to be in a group, but I don't want to be in a group that's not doing me any good, okay? I could do bad by myself without the group. So it just got me thinking, like, what in the world? But, y'all, before we get into these amazing tips and things to avoid, this episode of Chit Chat with Nara is brought to you by She-Pop Gourmet Popcorn. She-Pop provides amazing flavors that can become addictive to your taste buds, okay? My favorite is the caramel one. Popcorn may be their main dish, y'all, but they have other items on their menu, like their famous chili, of course. You could drop in and place your order. They are located at 1800 Knoxville Ave Spc 2, Peoria, Illinois, 61603. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So a good time where, hey, you can pop in there on a lunch break. You can stop by before you get off of work. Hell, you can have a friend or family member go and get your popcorn for you. All right. So, y'all definitely check them out. They deliver as well. So, if you're not in the Peoria, Illinois area, you can still enjoy their amazing flavors. Okay, y'all. I'm eating some of the popcorn now. So, y'all have to ignore me. I just couldn't get enough of it. Between the Starbucks and the popcorn, y'all, I am on a roll today. All right. Now, back to the podcast because y'all here for these gems, okay? And I'm trying to give them to y'all, right? So, because of the type of episode this is, I'm like, I had to come with facts, okay? Sis had to back up what she talking, okay? I didn't want to have too much dip on my chip and not know what the hell I'm talking about, all right? So, according to the 2021 Federal Trade Commission report, it revealed that consumers lost $770 million to social media scams in 2021, a figure that accounted for about one fourth of all fraud losses for the year. Adults ages 18 to 39 reported fraud losses at a rate that's 2.4 times higher than adults 40 and over. Now, I would say that this may have changed. The numbers for 2022 is not out yet, but I'm thinking that now that 40 and over group may have seen some social media scamming themselves in this last year. That's just my opinion because the facts are not there yet. Okay. Scammers have clearly found that social media is one of the most profitable places to commit fraud. More than 95,000 fraud victims said they were first contacted on social media. Y'all, I know y'all like, what? And some of this stuff we already knew, but we didn't have the numbers to back it up, okay? That right there not only makes consumers nervous, but business owners too. Y'all, we live in a time where social media plays a big role in our brands and businesses, but scamming makes people think that a business may not be the real deal because of all the fake ones. That's hard as an entrepreneur because not only are we out here making sure we're not getting scammed, we have to work 1,000 times harder now to reassure people that we're not a scammer. Like, yo, I'm over it. Okay. I know I'm over it as a business owner, but I got to keep pushing through. So, first, let's talk about tips to spot a scam, especially in these groups, y'all. A lot of this stuff we already know, but sometimes things could be too good to be true. And we're like, oh my gosh, I really want to try this. And then we'd be like, okay, now you knew better. All right. So, let's talk about this stuff. Let's bring it all back to surface. And then let's see if we can help each other out here. Okay. So, scammers pretend to be from an organization you know or claim to have an expertise in what you are asking for help with. A good example of this is when a person says, hey, I need a logo. And then boom, here come the comments about turning you into a cartoon. I think we all got tired of that one. Y'all, I don't know which one I was tired of more. Turning me into a cartoon or showing me how to turn $500 into $50,000 of cryptocurrency because I think we heard both of them. Okay, y'all. But most of the time, people will actually tag a reputable business in the recommendation post. So if a person says, hey, I need a logo done, and they don't know who do logos, 9 times out of 10, people that has worked with you or can vouch for your work, or they're like, okay, I know this person is the real deal, they're going to tag you or your business in that post. Okay. Scammers say there's a problem or a prize. Now, this one can be tough because some businesses will offer gifts and advice if something is off about your company or brand. But if they are real, y'all, they will tell you what the problem is or give direct access to that prize or gift they're claiming to have for you. So, for example, I will research a company, and if I notice something, it's kind of off, or it's something that could probably make their brand look a little better or put them up there with the heavy hitters, I'll tell them what it is and then how to correct it. Same with gift surprises. You will always know what it is up front without requiring to pay a fee to get this information, okay? Because my thing is, if I am truly helping you, then that is exactly what I'm going to do. I was asked once if I lose money this way. I would say no because this method has created long term clients for me. I can give them a simple solution to something and they're grateful for it. For example, at the beginning of this week, I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm about to help people with their websites. I'm not about to charge them for this. I'm just going to open up a Google Meet link. I'm going to post the information about it and I'm going to say, hey, from 4 to 6, I'm already going to be working on a client's website. So I'm going to help others. And it was a great turnout. I had a few people jump in. I had about 6 people total jump in within those 2 hours. But to me, that was great because out of those 6 people, 2 of the people decided, you know what? I just want Simply Complete to just do my site for me. I really don't have time to do it. And then the other 4, they didn't come on as clients, but it was simple stuff, you all. One of the individuals couldn't get their mobile website to look like the website from the desktop, and all we had to do was just move one image over, and it was done. Another lady's was just simply just changing the template they was using from the website platform that they wanted to use. And it took me no time to help them, and I still got the work done on the site that I was working on for a current client at the time. To most people, they would say, by me doing that, it took money out of my pocket, but it really didn't. I was able to be a resource, which is a big deal for me, as well as I was already working on something. So, yeah, 4 out of 6 of those individuals that participated, they didn't come on as a client, but I know by me being willing to help them out, they may come back. Okay. It's a good chance they're going to come back and become a client, or they're going to recommend my business to someone that needs it. So it was still a win-win for me. Right there, I was helping people with their problem, and I was the gift because I was giving them these gems and helping them out with no problem. So yeah, I think it was worth it. Scammers pressure you to act immediately, okay? They will continue to hound you. Y'all, no legit business will do that to you. They might follow up, but they will never take away your right to think things through. Even if there's a deadline, that deadline is typically 5 to 7 business days, and it will be noted somewhere. It'll be noted in the information they sent over to you. It'll be discussed at the beginning of the call, or it'll be somewhere in their guidelines and policies. And as you're right as a consumer, you can ask for that information, you all. Okay. Whoo, y'all. The scammers go be mad at me. Scammers tell you to pay in a specific way. They often will insist that you pay by using cryptocurrency, by wiring the money through a company like MoneyGram or Western Union, or by putting money on a gift card that's giving them, and then give them the number on the back of it. Y'all, we all have saw that one before. Okay, y'all. I will also say you have to be careful too with like PayPal and Zelle and Cash App, in any way where you could do like peer to peer money transferring. But something else you could watch for with any type of way they ask for payment, especially those peer to peer ones, is making sure that the payment information matches the person or business requesting that money. So basically, if, for example, people like yeah, we're going to use a real life example. We'll use my business. So for Simply Complete, I have a Cash App too, because some of my customers do like to pay through Cash App. I usually only let the ones that I've worked with before or they were referred to me use Cash App. But my Cash App actually says Simply Complete on it. It has my business logo on there, all of that. Now imagine you if I was like, okay, yeah, my company is Simply Complete, but you sending it to somebody named Tasha Campbell. My name not even Tasha Campbell. That's gonna raise some suspicion for you, okay? Now, I know some of you will say, well, what if they're doing business under a different name? Okay. So maybe Simply Complete is the main business, but they do business as Simply Complete Printer or something like that. Okay, you all, a legit business will let you know exactly what their invoices say. And what I mean by that is they're going to give you some type of invoice or a receipt, and that information is going to be listed on there somewhere. Also, if it's a large corporation, it would not be hard to figure that out. For example, we all know that products and brands owned by Johnson and Johnson are typically well known. We know those already, okay? It's out there. It's easy to research. But basically, you need to be doing your research no matter how scalable that business or brand is, all right? Do your research before you send money to anyone. Whoo, y'all. Now, sometimes, okay, let's be real. You are going to have to become the Inspector Gadget of social media, okay? Y'all, I'm gonna have to take a sip of this Starbucks for that, y'all, because I got me the big cup today, okay? I love their refresher. So let's refresh ourselves before we go into what I say by that. All right. So I just told y'all that sometimes we have to become the Inspector Gadgets of social media. We can't just rely on spotting the scammer in these groups or, by the information we know to look. Of course, we know in a group that if they're constantly looking like they're spamming everybody's post, most likely they're a scammer. And if it just seems weird, you're going to be like, oh, I don't know. But baby, we have to dig deep and we got to go look at profiles. We got to look at accounts. We got to Google stuff. Y'all, sometimes you either got to take exactly what they said in a post, copy it, and paste it into a search engine. Sometimes it'll pop up if they were a scam, because a lot of time people report that information and it's there for the public to see. So you got to do your research. You have to do it. But it's some things that we can still do on social media as well to kind of get a good idea to if they're a scammer, okay? Like I said, dig deep and go look at those profiles. You want to read their profile carefully, okay? Ask yourself this question. Does what is being said add up, or are there some really hard to believe statements being made? You want to look at things like, okay, they're sharing low quality, like, meaning, are they just putting anything up? What does their presentation look like? Is it like heavy ad based websites? Is it those sites where it's too good to be true type of things on there? Look at their URL, like literally look up in the web address box, very at the top of your screen, you all look for that URL. If the name is different on a URL than who they say they are or what their company is, that's a big red flag, because why your stuff not adding up? We all know you want stuff to match, okay? Then we have lack of content, pics, and interactions. Meaning, if it looks like their page is just dead or they don't post on there that much and they're saying they're a business, that draws a little suspect, because how you in these groups posting all day and commenting on people's stuff, but your page look like a dead page, or your brand page looks dead. Something isn't adding up there, okay? Now, also, a lot of fake accounts will go from being used one way to being used another way, meaning that if they started off saying, "Oh, well, I do marketing," and then you look up and now they're talking about they're a life coach, why is that all connected? Something's not adding up there. So now I'm concerned about who I'm doing business with. I'll never forget, you all, true story. It was a lady in one of these business groups, and basically they were saying that they helped people get business loans and things like that. That's what they were saying. But then when you went to this person page, y'all, it was a 19-year-old exotic dancer. Okay. The profile picture was an older lady. The bio talked about being able to do this stuff. They worked for the SBA, all of that. But then when you scroll deep down into the page and you start clicking on when this person was tagged and stuff, it was Ratchet City all up and down there. Okay, y'all. Totally not the same person. But if you would not have went to their profile page, you wouldn't have never known this. So you got to do your research, okay? You want to search for their name and just see if something weird turns up. So search through their name on social media. Search through their name when it comes to looking for them on Google and all of that good stuff. You just want to do it, because if you don't, you never know what might come up out there. That's what I say when I'm like, you have to kind of go beyond social media sometime to get the information. See if they got a LinkedIn. Check out the website they saying that they're affiliated with. So many different things you could do, you all. Now sometimes if they have a common name, it can be kind of hard to do it, but you can use other information like where they say they're located at, how long they said they've been doing business. Hell, y'all, even if they try to throw out there they worked with a company, reach out to that company and say, hey, I'm thinking about working with such and such, and I'm just trying to get a general reference. You don't have to go into details, but have you worked with them? And would you recommend me working with them? Kind of things. You can ask those type of questions, okay? And then, of course, y'all, if they're saying something weird or out of character or something that doesn't add up with the field they're in, you don't have to know exactly what their business truly, truly does. Like, for example, you don't have to know how to code a website to determine if they actually build websites. You could easily look at their about us or the information they give you and just reference it to like standard definitions of that field. Like, you could easily be like, okay, they say they do PR and they could do this, 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 and this for me. Let me go ahead and Google a standard job description for a publicist. And you can kind of cross-reference that information. Okay, y'all? So I want y'all to use these tools and figure out ways around it, y'all. It's so much information out there on the internet to help you understand spotting the scammer. All right, y'all? Now, we done talked about scamming. We done talked about how we can make sure we're not getting scammed and things to look at. We've talked about statistics, y'all. I done gave y'all so much information. But y'all, I can just have y'all out here with all of this negative energy flowing through y'all entrepreneur minds now and not talk about the benefits of social media groups and how to be successful in them, okay? So let's talk about that a little bit. Y'all, being in social media groups will give you a more organic reach, okay? And I know y'all probably like, how in the world is that gonna help with my insights? But y'all, it truly can, okay? Now, Facebook reported that their platform prioritizes content from groups that users frequently engage with. So, if you're consistently publishing to a group and your audience is reacting to it, you're feeding the algorithm exactly what it wants. Now, y'all, we all know sometimes Facebook be on bug. We all done dealt with Facebook and they bug. I know I have, especially since all of my pages became monetized, okay? But this does actually work. I've noticed that it benefits the group creator and the participants in it. So that's a win-win situation right there, if you ask me. Groups provide a direct line to your audience. Okay. Now data from the Sprout Social Index also noted that nearly half of consumers join private communities so they can engage with brands directly. You all, it is super loud here in my office today. I feel like I needed to point that out because I know y'all probably like, Nara, what you got going on over there? Okay. It is super loud in my office space. I am super happy though to announce that they are doing upgrades in the building. And to me, even though my office is amazing, just to know that the whole building is getting an upgrade, y'all, that is going to benefit my clients. You know, if you come to the Simply Complete office and you're walking through and it's like, wow, the front desk area has been redone. They didn't redid the flooring. They didn't change the paint. They didn't did all of that stuff. It is going to make you be more attracted to where my location is at. So I do apologize if you all are hearing all of the noise. I know I could have waited until it was super quiet. Hell, I could have even recorded out of my home office. But I was super excited to record this episode to you all. I was on a roll. And yes, I am doing this recording in the middle of helping my clients and just, trying to get some work done. Okay. But I told y'all I am going to be more consistent and more dedicated this year. So I definitely needed to make sure that I took time to go ahead and get this episode recorded for you all. So just wanted to put that little disclaimer in there. Okay. Now, you all also, let's go back and repeat that data about the Sprout Social Index again to you all. As I stated, nearly half of consumers join private communities so they can engage with brands directly. Yeah, don't you want to be able to engage with those brands directly, no matter if you are on the consumer end or you're on the brand end? I love the fact that clients can connect with me directly on social media. They could be more engaged with my company and all of that good stuff. So that's a big deal right there. Um, Groups allow you to connect with your consumers on a more personal level, like I just mentioned. This allows you a unique opportunity to engage as a human first and a brand second. Y'all, we are at a point where you want to be personable, okay? You want to always be personable. If you have a brand out there, yeah, people want to know about your brand, but they also want to know about you. They want to know, okay, well, what this person got going on? What is the CEO like? What type of people do they hire? They want to know all of that. And it's super great. Okay. So, through responding to your audience and asking questions, you can learn more about your customers' wants and what you could do to help them. Y'all, I love stuff like that. Okay. Y'all, groups are a great way to network with other brands and businesses too. Y'all, I love Clubhouse for networking because most of the time, those connections go a long way and it's a more relaxed setting. So jump on Clubhouse. Sometime it be the middle of the night. And I'm like, I'm up. Let me get on Clubhouse and see what groups is live right now. Great connections, especially when you're trying to network in different time zones. Okay. Now, we can be very successful in social media groups, but there are some things we need to keep in mind while we're doing this. Okay. Yeah, be mindful of the group's rules and guidelines. Okay, they have those in there for a purpose. If they say no advertising with direct links, don't put a direct link up because you're gonna get kicked out the group and your post might get took down. Don't overpost content in groups. Less is always more. Also, if you make a post and it has to be approved by an administrator, of course, put in there, if this is not okay, please let me know. So that way you can know what you can and cannot post in the future. Don't be the person hating on someone else's post, okay? Meaning, If someone posts something about their business or brand, don't promote yours in their comments, okay, y'all? That's just tacky. That's tacky as hell, really, okay? It's tacky as hell. I remember doing that once before I knew better, y'all, and I felt like shit once I realized what I did, and I deleted my comment. And you know when a post is meant for everyone to advertise on and when it's not, y'all. It'd be super obvious. So don't be acting like y'all didn't know. Now, y'all, as much as we want to make sure somebody ain't scamming us, we have to give our consumers reassurance that we're real too, okay? Now, I have two methods for this. One, I would create a video either with my face in it or my voice in it. You can sometimes go live in groups so they know it's you. That way people know it's really, really you. Like, I love that method. But my favorite is number two. When I post about services I offer in comments, or if I end up inboxing somebody because they might say inbox me, I like to use this specific wording. Okay, it's a specific wording I like to use, and this is what I like to say. I say, "Hi, Simply Complete can definitely take the hard work out of your passion. Please book a free in-person consultation or video consultation at simplycompleteonline.com or give us a call at 309-420-3475. That way I can reassure the individual that I am who I say I am. I love the video method of it because even if we're in different states, you can get on that camera. I'm turning my camera on. I'm requesting you turn yours on. So there should be no reason why we can't prove who we say we are. Now, y'all, I could drop gems all day, but lastly, invite people to the groups that helped you flourish. You will be surprised how doing this can grow your brand or business, y'all. You got to invite people to these groups. If the group helped you, keep that group growing, okay? Y'all, I can go so deep with this topic. It's one that will forever be evolving over time. I love all aspects of social media. Now, as an entrepreneur, it can be frustrating, and I truly hope this episode will help you in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully, you're not a scammer and now have tools to avoid being a victim. Enjoy growing your brand and business, and even pass this information on to your colleagues, okay? Somebody might need it. Now, to learn more about how to spot, avoid, and report scams and how to recover money if you have paid a scammer, you can visit ftc.gov/scams. If you spot a scam, report it to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov. The Federal Trade Commission works to promote competition and protect and educate consumers. So you can learn more about different topics right at their website. And like I said, you can report those frauds there too. So y'all doing that research definitely helps because you might be Googling something and that company pops up. Or you can just go to the FTC for that information. As always, you can follow me on all social media platforms by searching Nara Winay and Simply Complete through Simply Complete PR. And if you are not a social media kind of person, feel free to visit simplycompleteonline.com and narawinay.com. And remember, people are going to talk, so give them a reason to mimic your dope. Bye.